Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Nikki McCutchen. I will be your host for this evening. We are so excited that you're here to hear this amazing story tonight. Please know that whoever invited you to the call must really want you to know about this technology. We are truly seeing absolute miracles and it changing people's lives. And so we are just thrilled to get to share this with you for just 30 minutes tonight. We're going to hear Debbie's story. And then at the end, I'll come back on and just give a short overview. And then if we have enough time, then we'll let you guys ask a few questions. But we want to try to stick as close to 30 minutes as we can to be respectful of your time. So with that, we're going to start with our medical disclaimer. Tonight, what we will be sharing is for informational purposes only. All Lifeway products are not intended to treat, cure, diagnose any dis-ease. If you're pregnant or nursing, please check with your healthcare practitioner first. And with that, I am going to bring my amazing friend on, Debbie, to just share her story with us. So Debbie, if you will start with how you got introduced to the technology and why you decided to start using it, and then what you've experienced since you started.
Okay. I was introduced to LifeWave by my granddaughter, Jade Ojeda, who has spas. And then she introduced me to you. I'm so grateful she did because it's just been amazing. I'm so grateful.
Yes, I know. It's one of those where when you really start to think about it, and it does, it's when it changes your life, I know with like the story that you're getting ready to share, just to be it's so impactful. And sometimes when you finally get to share it, it's like you get choked up. So I
I
totally
know, it's
understand.
exciting. I can talk about it every day, but now here,
You
you
know?
know, I'm
Yes,
feeling it.
absolutely. Yes, yes. Well, you just take your time. We're just so thankful that you're willing to share with us tonight.
Okay. Well, I just want to be sure I got that thank you and gratitude to you because you've been there. You've been so helpful and supportive all along the way. It amazes me how quickly you can respond to everything.
Oh, well, you're so sweet. I'm
Uh,
so happy to get to be a part of it for sure. So thank you for letting me be in your life that way.
You bet. Um, well, I began the first month that I used Lifeway. I used the X39, the Eon, and the Energy Enhancer. And the first thing I noticed, which was sooner than I expected actually, within the first 30 days, was mental clarity and energy combined. They just went hand in hand. I remember when it was, I was standing at my kitchen sink, just doing the dishes, and became aware and alert and realized I'm doing this as I used to.
Hmm.
Rather than self-discipline and habit, I was thinking clearly about what I was doing, and that awareness and reflection of how it used to be made me realize the patches were working.
Hmm. Praise the
So,
Lord. I love that. Yes, you're making me
yeah,
choked up with you.
I'm sorry.
No, I love
Uh,
it. I'm so thankful. I love it so much.
okay, so then the first 30 days, I had the energy enhancer, but after that, I was just using the X39 and the Eon for 3 months. And in that period of time, I I walked regarding my posture. I just walked into my vanity one day to brush my teeth and noticed my shoulders were back and I was standing up straight. I used to always have good posture and I had begun to slump and bend over at the waist, and now I don't.
Praise the Lord.
Yeah. And then I started using Alavita about that when we had the promotion on the Alavita products. I got that, and I've gone through 30 of the patches, and I've been using the day cream, and it's about gone. but, But I don't know if you can tell, but I used to have real deep creases all the way down into my lips. My lipstick would seep up into my wrinkles. But now it's very subdued. You can, I mean, they're there, but you can barely see them. And they used
Yeah.
to be really dominant. You could see them
Oh,
really well.
yes,
So
you're
that's
beautiful. It's amazing.
and then this one, I might have to reflect on this page a little bit. I told you about spraining my foot.
Yes.
Between Christmas and New Year's, I sprained my foot really, really badly. It was so bad I thought it was broken all the way across. And so it hurt so badly. I was nauseous and faint, and I just began pressing into God and speaking the word because I didn't know how I was going to get through that. And then I just slowly, very gingerly touched my foot in different places to see if I could possibly think about standing up. It took about 20 minutes for that to clear so that I could just um, begin to try to get up. And so I slowly attempted to stand. And once I put my foot down just very softly and just testing the waters. And I was only about 4 feet away from the patches. And fortunately, I had some ice wave patches. So I placed the patches on a very throbbing, intensely painful foot. And the pain eased up significantly just within 10 or 15 minutes. I still had the swelling, and I knew not to test it. I was aware to be very gentle with it, but the ice wave eliminated the pain. And I used back to back 3 pair of the ice wave, 36 hours. And I would discard the first one and put the second one in a different place. You might remember I contacted you to see if I could continually wear them.
Yes.
And so I would discard the first one that I wore 12 hours and put the second set on. Then I put a third set on, and then I didn't need them anymore. I just had to be
Wow.
really careful with my foot, but I wasn't going to waste them, and I wasn't really hurting that bad. So I just took care of it, propped my foot up. One of my daughters came over and stayed for about 24 hours, so I didn't have to get up and down. But so where am I here? Oh, and while my foot, I keep trying to say ankle, but it was my entire foot. And so I was using the X39 and Eon as I do every day. And then I added the glutathione behind the inside of my ankle for that.
Awesome. Yes.
And let's see here. Oh, and I just want to say I've been around a lot of illness the last several weeks, and I've not gotten sick. I believe it's because of these patches.
Praise
And
the
Jesus,
Lord. Yes.
of course.
Yes.
But the patches get a
Absolutely.
lot of credit along with that,
Yeah.
because
Absolutely.
my immunities have been built up, I'm sure, by using the Eon all this time, and then also using the glutathione.
Absolutely. Yes. So,
Yeah.
do you mind us asking how many years young you are?
I am 75, and so I've used 6 months. I've used the X39 and Eon 6 months, and the others filtered in there the way I mentioned. So I've got a ways to go.
Oh my
And,
gosh.
and, I, and I anticipate needing quite a bit more, but it's working, and I appreciate them so much.
Yes, that's amazing. Well, you're beautiful and you look amazing for 75. Y'all, she doesn't have any wrinkles. Like, I mean, this
Yes, I have
gorgeous.
wrinkles.
Well, we cannot see them. We cannot see them on the screen. So, and especially with you
It's
showing us
amazing.
your lines that you used to have that you don't have
Yeah,
anymore. So exciting. And that's one of those benefits that sometimes I feel like a lot of us would be okay if, especially at 75, like if I studied 75, I'd be like, oh, if I have some wrinkles, oh, so be it. No big deal. I just want to feel good. But to have this extra
absolutely.
benefit of having beautiful skin like what you have, what an absolute
Uh,
little added bonus to all the other things. So I love that. And just like you talked about your mental clarity coming back and your energy, and I know that happened so soon for you, but what a gift, like with what you were talking about, what a gift to embrace that moment that you were standing in and just realizing what was coming back. And even the knowledge of knowing that you start to lose something like that and that a technology like this would allow us the availability to get that connection back in our brain or the clarity. And then on top of that, the energy just to do the tasks that you want to do. Like you said, you've been, raised and you're doing it because this is what you're supposed to do. And so you're just pushing yourself through it. But then yet to realize that you don't have to anymore, that you've gotten all these that way you used to feel when you were younger. That's quality of life to be able to
absolutely.
have that back, to have that quality of life back, um, is truly life changing. And so I know, there's no price tag that you can put on that for someone in what they're doing in their daily life. There's just no price tag for that. And so I'm just so thankful that we get to be a part of blessing people in this way. And that you were open and ready to use the technology. And then even um, your posture. So as we age, it's like gravity just starts to press down on us. And as we walk around, don't we just see so many people? Like I look at you and just think, even before, I got to meet you, I'm sure you were still this beautiful, vibrant woman. And yet you just knew that life gravity is pressing down on you. So for you to be able to have the strength in your body, for your posture to just change, for your body to realign so that it can hold all of, I mean, you're a little lady, but even that, like just to be able to have everything come back in alignment so that your spine can hold up under the weight of that gravity. And just to be able to have the sleep so your body can regenerate and have that health and vitality and the energy that comes back and that's needed for your body to stand up straight like that is, I mean, I can't even imagine what it must have been like for you walking by the vanity, looking in the mirror. And I just can imagine like the shock that it must have been like, oh my goodness, like I'm standing up straight. I mean, that is so thrilling to me. I love it so much. Oh, just amazing. And then the ice wave. So I love that you brought up the ice wave because ice wave is one of those things that I think is so important for people just to have on hand, just like what you were talking about. You don't really have any pain, but yet you chose to have that on hand. So accidents happen, things happen. You were able to go and grab those out of your bag. Just one of those things. Place it on an order so that you have it if you ever need it. And then the thing about IceWave that's so neat, which you got to share with us tonight, is that as long as you move the spots, you can actually continuously wear the ice wave. So as long as you, like if you're 12 hours this way, then you need to switch to 12 hours this way, just like what you did. And then you can go back to 12 hours this way. And that's so amazing. 3 days, 75 years old, there's no more pain. There's no more pain. I mean, when someone your even my age of 50, someone that gets hurt like that, with that kind of swelling and that kind of agonizing pain, 3 days would be very, very unusual, let alone the fact at 75 years old. So IceWave
Mhm.
is just a huge, amazing tool that everyone should have on hand, so that they can use it as they need it or share it with somebody as somebody you come in contact with needs it. So I'm just going to tell you real quickly, share with you about this technology and how it actually works. So, LifeWave patches are recognized under the FDA as a general wellness product. It's a class one medical device, completely non transdermal. This is what they look like. There is nothing transferring from the patch into your body. It's completely sealed on both sides. Most people know about a nicotine patch or an estrogen patch. Those transfer something from the patch into the body. This is completely reflective using your own body's light. So, this process is actually called photobiomodulation. It's just a big word for light making change in the body. And we all know what this is because every time you step out into the sun and the sun hits your skin, it tells your body to make vitamin D. And that vitamin D goes and does what it's supposed to do in your body. So, with that, we have this infrared light that comes out of us everywhere. I know that sounds really strange if you've never thought about this, but when you look at movies and they're looking through those night vision goggles and they're talking about a heat signature and they're seeing animals or people, that scientifically is a low grade infrared light that emits everywhere outside of our body. That hits this patch that's made up of a crystal lattice structure that is reflective. It's organic amino acids, salts, and sugars. It reflects back from that patch at a specific wavelength, turning on different peptides in the body. Again, allowing your body to do what it was designed to do. Just like Debbie said, that this is all God. This is the way God designed us. This is what He's already put in us. We have an amazing inventor and founder in David Schmidt who studies the way that God designed the body. And He has designed technology supported on God's infrastructure so that it can make and result in all the things that Debbie talked about tonight. It's absolutely fascinating, exciting, and I love every minute of it. So, what happens is, it's just like I have a patch on here. You can wear them anywhere on your body, like Debbie talked about with her ankle. She was putting those on her ankle when she got hurt. You wear them 12 hours on and 12 hours off. So the ice wave we talked about, moving it and the availability for that, because it's not turning on a peptide. It is only breaking a pain frequency. So it's operating very differently. These turn on different peptides. So when you are stimulating a peptide, so GHK copper peptide is what the X39 activates. It would be no different than going to the gym and deciding that you're going to work out for 24 hours a day, every single day. Our bodies would say, we are done. Turn off. We are not doing this anymore. Your mitochondria do the same thing if you keep telling them to get up and get working as you're wearing this technology. So that's why we say 12 hours on. I put them on in the morning when I get up. I take them off at night when I go to bed. The next day, I put on a brand new patch. So, what does GHK copper peptide do in the body? Very, very long list of things. There's over 50 years of research on this technology. But one of the main things that it does is it activates deteriorating stem cells. So it's why for Debbie, her brain cognition started to come back. Her energy stepped back in. Her posture went back in alignment because a stem cell can become anything in the body that your body needs. And again, God decides. God decides where that stem cell goes, what kind of healing you get, what happens in your body. It is all based on how He has designed it. It also, the other cool thing is you're talking about stem cell injections, okay, that would do that, but they're just targeting a specific area and cost thousands and thousands of dollars. Okay, this actually you get full use wherever your body decides those stem cells need to go, and it supports your entire cardiovascular system from the base. Okay, so your heart, your blood vessels, the lining of your blood vessels all get supported by this technology. Your brain cognition also gets supported, like Debbie talked about, that mental clarity that comes back, the ability to think through processes and what's actually going on. She had the ability to realize where she was just several days prior and what had happened for multiple years. And now all of a sudden, she was able to recognize that she was in a state that was years ago. And so that is brain cognition and support that you are getting from utilizing this X39 technology, activating GHK copper peptide. It also supports the collagen in your body. Okay, so another major body system. Yes, do we see it in Debbie's skin? Yes, we do, which is amazing. But it's actually your entire body that gets supported, your muscles, your bones, your fascia, the lining of your organs, the ligaments, the tendons, which is why Debbie's posture changed and she was able to be brought back into balance, even in her posture, because that collagen then is being elevated and supported from the base. All the different types in your body, all of them are being supported. The wound healing, so that the ankle that she had, your immune system. She talked about how she hasn't gotten sick even though she's been around people. So this supports your immune system as well. I don't care what age I am. I know I'm going to want immune system support. And so it's fabulous that we have this in one technology of the X39. Do we have other ones that Debbie talked about that are super helpful? Yes, we do. But the X39 does all of these things for us. And if you Google GHK copper peptide or go and look on PubMed, you're going to find a very long list of other things that this peptide actually does in the body. But like Debbie was talking about, she has been utilizing this now for 6 months. She's 75, so she really needs about 2 more months to really see what the technology is going to do for her. Guess what, Debbie? Are you sold that this is something you're going to keep doing no matter how long God allows you
Absolutely.
here? Yes,
I
absolutely.
don't think 2 months is going to change everything I want.
That's right. That's right. And that's the cool thing is that as you're wearing the technology, it starts to have a compounding effect. So she's had all these great results even before she's hit that 8 month mark. So this is something that don't wait. If this is the first time you're hearing about this, don't wait to see what it's going to do for you. Get started today. Start working with the person who invited you to the call tonight. Let them know that you're ready to get started. Whatever is going on with you and whatever your experiences are as you're going through using the technology, whoever has invited you is going to be exactly like I have been with Debbie. They're going to help you. They're going to answer your questions. And if they can't, you have an amazing team of people who are ready and willing to help get those questions answered so that you know that this technology is absolutely going to work for you. And we are here to support you in that. Hydration is huge. That allows your cells to talk to each other and for this technology to work together. Um, so I am just going to open it up. We just have a few more minutes for questions or comments. Debbie, thank you so much for sharing your story. I know it's going to bless so many people. Thank you for being willing to come on tonight and share that with us. But please, if you have a question, raise your hand. Feel free to put it in the chat. Let me look at the chat real quick here. You can unmute as well. So let's see. Yes, so sweet. Vicky says, such a beautiful testimony, Debbie. Thank you for sharing your story with us. Yes, absolute blessing.
Sweet.
Bonnie Lynn says, wonderful and beautiful from the inside out. You radiate. Yes, you do. It's so true. I love it so much. Let me see. Diane says, awesome testimony. I can relate. So she must have had a lot of the same things happen to her as well. She's so thrilled for you. I know Bonnie Lynn told us before that she has had a lot of the same things as well. So, um, yes. So that is all in the chat. Anybody else want to come on real quick and ask a question or add?
Can you tell us about the fiber optics?
Oh my gosh, so fascinating, right? Okay, so we are getting ready to launch this year this amazing X2O water technology that literally, I mean, we are all bursting at the seams. We cannot wait to get a hold of this. So, what is so cool with the water technology, but also considering the patch technology? Okay, so when we're utilizing the patch technology, it has been clinically tested on acupuncture points. All right. So in acupuncture, there are these meridians that run all throughout the body. And I loved it because David taught on this yesterday and just telling us how there's nothing strange or mystical about this actual process. This was so educational for me. I was so thankful for him to explain it scientifically like this. I was able to wrap my brain around it. Those meridians are actually collagen based, wrapped in these tiny little fibers of collagen, and that's what makes up the meridians. Okay, so imagine X39 is utilizing and supporting the collagen, which allows all of those meridians to start working properly, which is another reason that we get this kind of support in the body, because it's allowing your body to all those meridians to talk to each other, the cells to talk to each other, for your body to send out those stem cells where they need to go, for your collagen to be supported so that those meridians will transfer and work properly as they're communicating throughout in that meridian, wherever it goes in the body, so that we can have optimal health and healing. It is so extremely exciting. And then, so that's the patch technology, but just hang on with us. You want to be a part of this, whether you are a consumer or whether you are a sharer. You want to be able to make sure you have access to this water technology when it comes out, because it accesses and is availed to those meridian points as well, to be truly infused with light for health and healing. It's absolutely a fascinating science that we are all just bubbling over. As you can tell, like, I'm having a hard time just not cheering from the rooftops about how excited I am about what's coming with LifeWave, where David is taking our company, all the technology that we have coming out. Even within the next 7 years, he's got technology lined out for us for the next 7 years. This company will be a household name, absolutely. So you definitely, stem cells, peptide therapy, these are what the health community is talking about. This is where health technology is going. And guess what? We have the best technology in that area out of any company that's out there, and absolutely affordable. Crazy affordable compared to any of these other types of technologies that are peptide therapies, that are stem cell therapies. There's nothing in the world that compares to what X39 does. So, yes, any other questions or any other comments?
That was great, Nikki. You
Good.
covered it all right there. So good job.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm so excited. We're going to give credit to God, because I listened to that one time today and I was like jumping up and down in my car, like, are you kidding me? This is amazing. So excited. Oh, anybody else?
Thank you, Debbie, for your testimonial. It was very touching, and we give praise to God for it. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Mhm. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, with that, we are going to sign off then. And thank you again, Debbie. We're so blessed that you chose to share your story with us. We know it's going to help so many people. Whoever invited you to the call tonight, please make sure you get back to them. Oh, and I did forget to mention, all of our educational material is on patchtheway.com. That's PATCH the way. It's a fabulous educational site. You'll have access to any type of information that you want, all the scientific information, all of the stories. Everything is there that you could ever possibly want to learn about this technology. But please don't wait. Get started today. Do your learning as you're utilizing the technology and getting to experience it with all of us. So with that, we pray blessing over each and every one of you. Good night, everyone.
Good night. God bless.
God bless.
Good night.
Good night.